Kind of like selfie time, don't you think?
Yes, especially with leaves on top of your head.
Thank you. She grooms me.
Like a one monkey to another.
Top of the morning to you. Saturday morning, Valentine's Day weekend. As we live this, who knows what it is when you see this.
Very true.
This is the Shakedown Cruise, Falcon 2.0, as you see back there. The first time we've had him on the road, well, leaving our house from on the road.
Right.
Headed for Hickory Knob State Park and Resort, which we chose because it's relatively close to home, since this is a weekend. We hear great things about the resort part of it.
Right.
We don't really hear great things about the campground part of it, but it's close to home. It's something to do. So, perfect shakedown cruise kind of thing. You know, a little run up the road, run back. We'll find something to do. We'll show you what we find, and hey, if it sucks, we'll all learn about it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wait for it. And here we are. Hickory Knob State Park and Resort. This is the state park portion, the campground. As you see, we're in place. Our second back in, because we did actually have to back this thing in when we brought it to Myrtle Beach State Park from where we purchased it. But this is our first, like, leave the house and back in the spot. But anyway, we got it in. And I think we did a pretty good job, considering. You see the pine trees. It was, you know, some things we had to watch for, but it wasn't like threading a needle or anything. It was, I think I had to pull out one time and straighten up a little bit, but we got it in pretty good. I'll give you a quick look around so you can see our overnight digs. Even got enough room to have the awning out. And we remembered to factor in enough room to extend the slide. So we did good on that. New water pressure regulator. I'm trying that this trip. I'll let you know how that goes. But you may notice that we're really kind of like on a slope. You see how low to the ground our nose is, but we did get it level. I don't think we've ever been that low up front. Picnic table, fire pit. It's a little rocky. I'm not nuts about that, but it's not terribly muddy. We'd read some reviews of people complaining about this place was muddy all the time, regardless of the weather. But so, as it goes, we're here in one piece and still speaking to each other, which is always a positive. We're going to finish getting set up get a snack, and hopefully venture out and take a quick look around since we're only here for the day and then leaving the middle of the day tomorrow. But we'll see. Whatever we end up doing, you know you'll see it, so hang tight. Let's take a walk. Closed for the season, but there's somebody in there. Go figure. I would say that these are best for tent camping. I don't know if I want to try to back a rig on some of these little...
Or pop up. Put in new plumbing or something.
Yeah, they better pave this thing too before I try to pull a camper
This must
down
be
here.
what some of the negative comments were about. I mean, because it's about washed out.
Yeah, I can see that. If somebody tried to get a rig down here, they would have a bad experience.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Gully washer,
I
yeah.
could see it from where I was. Yeah.
The lady up at the resort office where you have to go to check in even if you are camping, she did say that there were several parks around South Carolina that Park Recreation and Tourism was pumping a lot of money into that needed some repairs.
Especially from hurricane damage.
Yeah.
Which you've seen in several of our videos.
This part of the state is more susceptible to tornado damage, and there have been some tornadoes up this way lately. So that and the heavy rainfall definitely could have contributed to all this. But if you got down here and got in place, you'd have a wonderful view. We could have gotten Falcon 1.0 in there. Well, that's two spots, because that's power post right there. So that's a spot. I don't know how you get down to the other one, but...
Sites 1 through 21 closed for the season. I would definitely call and check to see the condition if you were to reserve one of those spots. So is this part of Richard B. Russell?
No, actually, this is Lake Thurmond. I got it right this time. This is Lake Thurmond. This is the same lake that farther down touches our neck of the woods. Just farther north. Lake Thurmond as it's known in South Carolina, and Clark's Hill Lake as it's known in Georgia. Okay, let's take a look at the other loop. We've only been here for what, about 90 minutes?
Right.
And it's already obvious to me that the name of this place is Hickory Knob State Park and Resort. All the emphasis is on the and resort part.
Right.
There's really not a lot of emphasis on RV campsites, RV campground. Yeah, some of the less than favorable reviews we've read, we can see that they had some merit. This place could really use
TLC.
a few $100,000 and some attention pumped into it.
Yes.
And it's a shame because I mean this campground's right here on this little peninsula,
Right.
sticking into the lake. And I mean, admittedly, this land is horribly sloped, so it would take some work to make it a little bit easier for RVs to get in and out. But we've seen places do it,
Right.
so it can be done. Bathhouse.
Yep.
Okay. Well, before we cast a completely negative vote, let's at least take a look at the bathhouse. Clean bathroom makes up for a lot. I mean, come on, people, trim this stuff out. I mean, what, like nuclear or radiation warning or something.
Let's take a look at the lady side. Well, not so bad. Typical sink, no soap or towels or air dryers or anything. Potties could use a little scrubbing. But it's definitely one of the older CCC type units. Stall closed. Please use other stall. Well, obviously, there's a big hole in this one. But, as he said, it's warm. I've seen dirtier.
I heard her mention the Civilian Conservation Corps. I don't believe, I'm almost positive this is not one of the original 16. I think this came along in the 60s or 70s. I'll research and correct myself down here, but I'm pretty sure.
Same time period, and it looks like a similar structure.
Yeah, I'm sure they kept the architectural thing.
Assumed.
No. Now the golf course gets rave reviews from people and publications that know about such things. And if memory serves, it was designed by famous golf course architect Tom Jackson. Okay, here we are at the resort offices. This is where we came to check in when we arrived. This is where the restaurant is, and there's a gift shop. Hi.
Okay, he says he does what?
Sale stuff.
Can't take her anywhere there's a price tag.
At least I'm not making him buy a camper this time.
Firewood. Right. That's cheating.
Why is that cheating?
You jump yourself.
Oh. Why is that cheating? I can jump myself.
Well, let's see if we can find some little quick, short walk, hike-ish thing to make it seem like we actually had a state park experience while we were here. Okay, we're gonna check out a little bit of the Lakeview Loop Trail. We won't do the whole loop, but we'll at least walk down to the water's edge, maybe, if it's not too muddy.
Yeah, we didn't put our hiking boots on. This is spontaneous trail walking.
All right, this is not where we want to be. This is the Beaver Run Trail. We want to find the Lakeview Loop, or we could just take this one and see what happens. That's not what we thought we were doing. Heck with it. Let's do this one. See what we can see. I just hope it cuts back over to the water. So I was kind of just wanting to get out to the shore and turn and come back. Nothing can be simple. Okay, this is the trail, but that might go down to the water's edge if we ventured overland.
Ooh, adventure. Of course, the last time we did that, it didn't turn out so good. It was at Santee State Park.
Check it out right there. I would have. Let's try.
Okay.
Come on. Nobody ever wrote stories about cowards, right? But they have written stories about stupid people. I reiterate, this is our trail. We're cheating. We'd probably get in trouble if some official saw us wandering through the woods like this. Dadgummit, I want to get to the shore. Okay, once again, not a trail, but we managed to make it to the shore of Lake Thurmond once again. Coming to the end of our, what, 800-yard hike maybe, if that?
Right.
Lee-
Oh, I'm worn out.
Next stop, Appalachia Trail, right?
It's about time to get back to the campground and start thinking about making some hot dogs.
Yeah. Another landmark, momentous occasion, the first decal on the new rig. Where should we do it? I guess right here at the bottom and work our way up?
Sure. Yep.
All right. Branded. Shakedown Cruise. Memorialized forever. Top of the morning to you, Sunday morning. Looking like it's going to start raining here shortly. You would know it with us. We're going to try to get things squared away as departure day, you know, overnight. So we're going to get things ready to head out. We're going to run back over to the resort restaurant, do Sunday brunch, call that our Valentine's date dinner that we didn't have on Valentine's Day. But then we'll come back, hitch up, hit the road. But wanted to check in with you one last time before we headed out and tell you final thoughts, I guess, on Hickory Knob State Park and Resort. Again, we didn't do the resort other than ride over there and take a look. So all we can talk about is the campground, and as we mentioned yesterday, it could use a little TLC. Now, ambiance-wise, this place is very nice. We joked about our trip to Aiken State Park last year being so incredibly quiet. This place was about the same. I mean, I walked out here last night after dark, and it was pitch black dark. Literally could not see my hand before my face, and only you saw yesterday a handful of other campers here, so it was just incredibly stone quiet. So you know, there is that. If you're again looking for a peace and quiet getaway, this might be a place to come this time of year. Cell signal. I read some reviews, people complaining about lack of connectivity here. Hey, we're AT&T, and we got 3 bars of LTE here. We spotted a new tower. I guess it's new, as we were coming into the park yesterday, and maybe that's, you know, new enough that some other reviewers haven't been since that's been erected. But yeah, hey, we've got connectivity here, so if that's important to you, that's something to consider when you choose this place. And Falcon 2.0 seems to have survived the shakedown cruise. We had a comfortable night, everything's fine, nothing. We had a breaker trip last evening. Jesse was running a little space heater and it tripped the breaker, but other than that, everything was fine. So we're looking forward to the next major adventure, which would be our journey down to Tampa St. Pete in April. On that note, I think we're going to head over to the restaurant and see about our Sunday brunch, and we might show you a clip or two of that, like maybe here and here and here. Because you know, what's a vlog without some food content, right? So but anyway, until we meet again in the next video, as we always do, keep living and learning.